Hello and good afternoon. This is 1:04 p.m. Nigerian time. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. A lot of things has been going on in Nigeria, and I would like us to, give the update of what is going on from around the country. Anyway, there have been a lot of ugly things going on, especially regards to insecurity from the northern part of the country to the south, from the east to west. As usual, insecurity situation in Nigeria is now holistic in the sense that all part of the country, is in siege of, bandits, kidnappers, Boko Haram members, ISWAP, and so on and so forth. And, as usual, the government of the day, who knows everything that is going on, they are not interested, They are not interested about anything that is going on. They are telling people bullshit. And let us also discuss today the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Some time ago, Ando Ijmako made a video that the DSS refused them entrance to seeing Nnamdi Kanu. Maxwell, Opara also did the same video some time ago. But yesterday, the same thing happened. And to their greatest surprise, the DSS is telling them, you can't see Nnamdi Kanu again. Read that statement. You can't see Nnamdi Kanu again. What does that mean? Anyway, you see, a lot of people are keeping quiet about the Nnamdi Kanu issue. Let me tell you, you see the way they are treating politicians from the southeast Nigeria now is so pathetic. I am not saying this because I am enticed to tribal talks or those things. No, I'm trying to talk reality out of the current issues. So, if you see the way they are treating Southeast politicians, from now till few years to come, 90% of them will turn to slaves. If you see the way someone like, I'm sorry to say this because I have vowed never to put mouth in the issue of Reno Mokri and P2B. If you see the way, Reno Mokri writes about P2B and do all those things, let me tell you, if Nnamdi Kanu is not in detention, Reno Mokri will not be able to do that. And this is the same problem the Southeast politicians, they refuse to understand. They refuse to understand that if Nnamdi Kanu is not in detention, a lot of things that is going against them will not go against them, because Nnamdi Kanu like to protect, his people. He like to always say what is right and so on and so forth. But what we are seeing today is totally opposite. And also, it's no longer news that the wife of Ojukwu, what is she called? Bianca has been appointed as an ambassador by Tinubu. I don't know what he's up to. This is from Deji Adeyanju. He says something that makes me laugh today. He said, even if Tinubu wakes up Ojukwu from the grave and appoint him minister, Igbos won't vote for him. The only way he will get Igbo vote in 2027 is to write them himself or Panabit IREF. Oh my goodness. And I believe some persons will understand what he meant by that. Anyway, let's go straight to the issue that is bothering a lot of people. So many people wrote me yesterday regarding this issue. You won't see Nnamdi Kanu again. DSS tells, the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu. What does that mean? You won't see Nnamdi Kanu again. Some persons are saying, have they killed him? Or have they transferred him out of the DSS dungeon? What is going on? You won't see Nnamdi Kanu again. Anyway, stay with me. We are going to unfold what is really going on about that. All right, thank you for staying with me. Without wasting time, let us see what Michael Opara said. Just a minute, because that is the basis of this issue. He is the one that is reporting what is going on. Take a listen.
People, come closer. This is an update. I'm just from DSS now. Today being Monday, 23rd day of October 2024. I want to see Nnamdi Kanu again with my colleagues. Remember that I updated you the other day, that was last week, that we went to see him. So they said that we are in the receptionist, at the reception. So we waited there from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. They now asked us that we should go, that we cannot see him. We asked them why. They said that the order is from above, that we can check another day. So, and we normally see him. The order of course is that we should be seeing Nnamdi Kanu 3 times every week. That is Monday, Wednesday, and what do you call it, and Friday. But today, being Monday, 23rd, being Wednesday, 23rd day of October, we went to see him. The last one went there. The last one went there. They allowed us inside at the receptionist and at the reception and asked us to park outside. But today, they outrightly rejected us from coming inside. They mounted their people at the gate, and the instruction is that none of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer should be allowed to come inside. So not even to see him. So the reason for that, I don't know. I don't know whether Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. I don't know whether he's still with them. I don't know where they have taken him to. Tomorrow, being 24th day of September, will make it complete 1 month. Because I saw him last. Tomorrow, being 24th day of October, will make it 1 month. Because I saw him last on September 24th. Since that, when he came to court last, since that time up to now, no communication whatsoever. This is the document I want to come and show him in respect of preparing his documents. The things that we feel that we can file in court. That now they did not allow us access. Nnamdi Kanu is the only person now, as we speak now, that is facing a criminal trial without a lawyer. No date for the court in the Federal High Court. No access to his lawyer. So when I left to DSS, I decided to come and see Attorney General. This is Minister of Justice. I'm making this video from the Minister of Justice. But I was unable to see the Minister for Justice because I don't see why we should have this building here that called the Minister of Justice. If we should have this building here, they will have Minister for Justice. And this injustice is happening in a country. It means that we're in Banana Republic. So, and the actions that we should not be coming. That's what the DSS guy said, that we should not be coming. That we are not going to see Nnamdi Kanu again. I heard them say that's what the DSS. I said for what? So that is the position for now. I will continue to update you. We have commenced content proceedings against the new director DSS. So let's see how it will go. Thank you. Continue to update you. My people, come closer.
All right. That was Maxwell Opara. You see, what he's saying right now is not a new thing to so many of us. Do you remember how Nnamdi said this at the very first time and everybody was keeping quiet as if nothing is going on, maybe it's as usual, but this is the 3 consecutive times they prevented them not to see their need counsel. You know, when Nnamdi said this very first time, everybody did not take it serious. So many people did not take it serious, as if the man don't know what he's saying. When Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, for good 7 days, nobody knows that he was kidnapped, including the IPOB members, until Buhari and his cohort revealed that this man has been kidnapped. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that, you know, people are keeping quiet too much about this because this is not about Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm going to tell you why this is not about Nnamdi Kanu. If you are thinking that what is going on right now is because, oh, it is Nnamdi Kanu, let us leave him, let him face what he wants to face. After all, he's the one fronting the secession fight, against Nigeria. He's the one fighting for the Biafrans. Let him face what he wants to face. If you are reasoning like that, I want to let you know that what is going on has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu, because this injustice, this incarceration is what they are still going to do to so many people if people did not rally around Nnamdi Kanu. Well, if you rally around him, if you support him, if you did not support him, he's not going to die. He must surely come out there. That is just a simple truth. And if you do not speak up now, if you did not rally him, I think if especially people who call themselves IPOB members, if people from the Southeast, if they are serious with this, I think Free Nnamdi Kanu should be trending in all social media platforms. It should be trending, as in the pressure should be there. The pressure is just like a graph that is going up, going down, going up, going down. For God's sake, let me tell you, no court in Nigeria has found this man guilty since 10 years. And I have never seen someone that government have been trying time with that number in months, in years upon years, and nobody is even serious about it. People think that, oh, this is a joke. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. This is a serious matter. Listen, when Nnamdi said this at the very first time, I made a video and said, people should take this serious. Do you remember what Professor Chukwuma said day before yesterday on Arise News? He said Nnamdi Kanu told him, Nnamdi Kanu categorically told him the names of the Southeastern politicians who are making sure that he will not come out of the DSS, detention. He said so. Now, I want people to understand where all these things is coming from. This is the first video Nnamdi made when he visited Nnamdi Kanu.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This video is being made from the premises of the DSS in Abuja. You all know who I am. My name is Ejimako. I'm the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu. On my right is Barrister Nnamdi Kanu. Behind me is Barrister Patrick Ageze, who came from Enugu, and to my left is Barrister Mandela Umeboro. All of us, all four of us, came to the premises of DSS to meet with our client today to discuss what happened in court on 24th on the way forward on his case. But we were not allowed by the DSS to meet with our client. We came by few minutes to 2 p.m. Until now that I'm speaking to you, which is some minutes to 5 p.m., we have not been allowed to meet with our client. So we're just about to leave, and we have our suspicions. Our suspicion, which is credible, is that the DSS and the federal government of Nigeria, they are not happy that our client requested the judge handling this matter to withdraw from handling the case. If not this reason, what other reason could explain this unconstitutional behavior of preventing lawyers from meeting with their clients who is under trial? So we need the world to know that this thing furthers what the government of the day or the DSS has been doing that actually complicated the trial of this case that culminated in our client being frustrated and losing confidence in the judge who was handling this case, and which resulted on 24th September in our client requesting the judge to withdraw. So we decided to make this video to inform the world about what is happening, and we are going to back it up with a press statement, another press statement later. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is where all these things started. That was the very first time Nnamdi Kanu, come out to make this statement. After he made this statement, Barrister Michael Opara, the first time, not this video I first played for you now, the first time he also made a video that he don't know whether Nnamdi Kanu is alive or not, that he don't know. So the question I'm going to ask the Southeastern youth, the Southeast politicians, their traditional rulers, and so on and so forth, the question I'm going to ask is this. So if DSS continue to hide Nnamdi Kanu maybe for 5 years, so you people will not hear from Nnamdi Kanu for almost 5 years if they continue to do so, and if they succeed doing so. If they continue to do that for 6 years, so you people will not hear from this man for 6 years. Note that these people, the reason why they are doing this is not just because of Nnamdi Kanu. It is because of what he represents, what he is fighting for. The power fighting Nnamdi Kanu is too much. It's not only federal government. It's not only the foreign powers like Britain who don't want Nigeria to separate. Now, I was reading one, history of Nigeria. I discovered that Nigeria was to gain independence in 1954. And in that 1954, the Britain told the people from the Northern Protectorate that if you allow the independence of Nigeria, the Southern Nigerians are going to dominate you because they are more educated, they are more inclined in knowledge, in business, in finance, and so on and so forth. So because of that, the independent Nigeria is supposed to have in 1954, it was postponed to 1960 something. That is why the countries like Ghana, all those countries, they gain independence first before Nigeria. It was not supposed to be so. It was Britain that told, the Northern Nigerian people that if you people gain independence, this is what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen. And Britain put that fear in them. So right from that time, the Northern Nigeria, they started fighting for dominance. We must fight to dominate because these people are smarter than us. These people are bigger than us. These people are this, these people are that. That is why, after independence, the Southeasterners in police are like 40%, only them, 40%. What of the Southwest, Middle Belt, Northerners, they share the rest. These are the fears because anything these people want to do, they do it with their mind, they do it with their might. So both their mind and their might is what they put in everything they do. That is why when they go into business, they say they do all sort of things. So the fear has been there since. So coming back to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why so many people are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu, I will tell you this for free. People are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu. And the reason why they are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu is because this man, number one, refused to compromise. I told you time with that number that there are a lot of people who were fighting for this country to separate before Nnamdi Kanu. But where are they? What stopped them? Why are they quiet? Why do they later join, politics and issue of one Nigeria? Because these people were threatened. They were shut down. They asked them to shut their mouth up. They asked them, never you speak. That is the condition for your bailing. But someone like Nnamdi Kanu said, no, it's either Biafra or death. So since such a person, it scares them and they don't believe that Nnamdi Kanu, if he regains freedom, that he can be controlled by any force. So there are a lot of things. And this man who granted Professor Chukwuma, you might not like so many things he said and most of the things he said, but if you watch this interview, he said categorically clear that Nnamdi Kanu told him that Southeastern politicians, he mentioned their name to him, that these are the people who are making sure that he will not be released. And not only that, their fear, he also explained it, and that is what I've been telling you time with that number, that they said if Nnamdi Kanu is released, what is going to happen is that we will lose relevance. Nnamdi Kanu has been accepted by so many people. Nnamdi Kanu is this, Nnamdi Kanu is that. They can listen to what he says.
Yes, I wouldn't claim to have talked with all of them, but I know, including myself, we talk with a number of them. We explain to them the need to have peace. We explain to them that whatever is happening is affecting our people more. And the number of them are what?
Yeah, but there's a big difference between a political wing that you can see and talk to and a military wing of an organization. I mean, I remember, for example, the IRA in Northern Ireland.
Yes.
I mean, the IRA Sinn Féin was their political wing.
I agree with you.
And they would sometimes go out and say things, and the IRA would do something completely different.
When I said their leaders, I mean the political wing, the people that actually command them. We visited Nnamdi Kanu, as I told you. That was the last assignment Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu did before he died. We visited him, he spoke. In fact, this afternoon I talked with the Marcel leader and the others. So bringing them together will not be a problem.
Right.
If the political leaders have the will to do that.
So why do you think they don't have the will? Is there some sort of political or pecuniary gain for the continuation of the crisis in the region for those politicians?
Yes, some of them are not interested. It's alleged that some of them believe that they are not popular enough because people somehow believe in Nnamdi Kanu because of a number of things.
So you think they'd rather keep him incarcerated?
So a number of things.
But some of those governors have come out and have led delegations to the presidency to try and get him released.
Yes, that is recently. As a matter of fact, when we got there, Nnamdi Kanu accused some politicians of being
lukewarm.
Not just lukewarm. That some politicians contributed to his continued incarceration. He mentioned some names. I wouldn't want to go into that because I wouldn't say I verified the facts. But he mentioned some names. And if you look around, Nnamdi Kanu has acquired popularity. So this thing you are talking of faction is because Nnamdi Kanu is detained. If he is released, these people that are hiding under ipob and the other thing, they will not come out. He has that high command. But in negotiation, you don't neglect any person. We negotiate with all of them, and they are ready to embrace peace.
Now, in June this year, I don't remember if I talked to you about it, but there was talk that Mr. Kanu's lawyers might enter into negotiations with the federal government through the office of the Attorney General in order to seek some sort of settlement.
Yes.
Did that ever get off the ground, or is it stalled?
Yeah, well, I think they tried, but like everything about Kanu, at a stage there was a frustration. You know, right from the onset, you remember that the Federal High Court, presided by Binta Nyakos, discharged him of 8 of the 15 charges against him. He appealed, and the 3-man panel unanimously acquitted him of the remaining 7. Ordinarily, federal government didn't obey that thing. Federal government detained him, and not just I said that they were going to appeal. And you detained him when you were not ready to appeal. You kept him for many months before eventually federal government appealed. That means at the time they said they were going to appeal, they had no case against him. Why did you detain him? So, you see, it's like that his own case seems to be exceptional. And that is why our people they are gaining sympathy. The non-state actors are getting sympathy in Igbo land because government doesn't seem to treat that side of the country as they treat others. They will tell you other people, Sunday Woho is working, okay? And others. Why is federal government still detaining Nnamdi Kanu?
So you think the conflict in the southeast is unique? Because, I mean, there are insecurities and conflicts across several other parts of Nigeria. And in fact, in those cases, for example, in the northeast, I mean, they're not going around, you know, taking the people to court. They go in there to kill them.
Insecurity, crisis are natural. And according to Karl Marx, in every society, in every organization, you have, and it is the struggle for the control of resources between 2 opposing groups, they have and they have not. So it is there. But that of Southeast is unique. in the sense that it doesn't have direct bearing on the struggle for the control of resources within the people. It has external influence, and that external influence, we believe, we call upon the federal government because Mr. President is Chief Security Officer of the Federation.
Yeah, but you said you talked to some of these agitators
yes.
and separatists.
Yes.
I mean, what do they say to you? Can't you say to them, I mean, you know, this whole thing, negotiation is a matter of give and take, not take and take.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
What concessions are they prepared to make?
First, why did you have ipob? ipob came up as a result of the belief that the Igbos were grossly marginalized in the affairs, in the governance of the country. Talk of appointment, talk of distribution of projects, talk of other things, talk of states. South is the only state that has only 5. Others have minimum of 6. You can see the recent appointment. Every other zone has a minimum of 8 ministers. Southeast has only 5. So local government, Kano, Kaduna, and Jigawa, if you put their local government together, it's more than that of Southeast put together. The other day, the governor of Bayelsa was also is not in Southeast. But that of Southeast is aggravated. We have only 15 senators. House of Reps. In fact, Kano alone, the number of House of Reps almost more than.
So you're saying that that's the reason ipob came part of the reason.
Marginalization.
Well, let me ask you this.
Marginalization, yes.
I mean, how does it, even if the points you're making are true, and you know, it's important to emphasize wherever there is injustice,
yes,
that must be emphasized and spoken about emphatically.
Yes.
But I don't understand the logic of ipob inflicting further punishment on that southeast region.
I told you that ipob has come out several times. I said that they
but they started the sit-at-home thing.
Yeah, they started.
They carried out a lot of attacks. And
both ipob, Marcel, they believe in non-violence. I've never seen any of them carrying arms. They believe in non-violence. Yes, they know. They believe that they have a good cause to pursue, but they don't believe that it should be done through violent way.
Are you saying that ipob hasn't carried out violent activities in the southeast?
I wouldn't.
Which they themselves have admitted that they carried out.
No, I wouldn't say that. But ipob generally, Marcel generally, they believe in non-violence. They believe in non-violence. Igbos believe in non-violence. We don't believe in violence at all. And so, it's
it's. I mean, I don't mean to kind of belabor the point, but it's important that people who are not from that region and who have nothing to do with the government, but who just are listening in, understand the context in which you're speaking as a way of being enlightened further about what is going on there. What is the logic behind whether or not ipob has started pulling back, having already muddied the waters? What is the logic behind going to inflict economic hardship on the very people you're saying are being denied economic opportunities and are being marginalized and inflicting violence upon them? I mean, what's the logic of that?
Yes, we've some of them, we've talked to them.
Yeah, what do they say to you about that?
They say they have no hands in that they don't believe in that. And that's why we're also asking the federal government, please help us to arrest the perpetrators of this. Find out why on Monday, police checkpoints will not be operational. Every other day, they will be there.
All right, that is the opinion of this professor. Some of the things he said are true. Some of the things I do not agree with him. So, you know, everyone's are entitled to their own opinion. So I understand what he's trying to say or what he's trying to come out with. Now, to go straight to the point about this, you see, the federal government of Nigeria, time without number, have been able to establish to you people that they are the one who are sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. So if these people are sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria and they see someone like Nnamdi Kanu who opposed to such insecurity situation, remember that I told you people one thing, that all these things you people are hearing, they are insecurity in the Southeast, their insecurity in the Southeast. Let me tell you the truth. The people from the Southeast, let me tell you, do not think that there are insecurity challenges in the Southeast. No, because what we in the South, in the Middle Belt, in the North, even in the Southwest are facing, it is not to be compared to what the Southeasterners are seeing. The Southeasterners is just like a safe haven. It's only the sit at home, which is non-violent if you sit in your home. That is the only thing that is troubling the people of the Southeast. But what about people in the South who are no longer going to farm because of the bandits? This is what Nnamdi Kanu stood against. That is what he stood against, and he's still standing against it. It cannot continue to happen. And a lot of people are, downplaying the fact that this insecurity are being sponsored by the federal government.
And he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onobo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with Miyetti Allah, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, you asked me for facts. We have it on the authority of the Ondo State government that the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State led the criminal suspect gang that killed Pafa Shoranti's daughter. That is on the authority of the Ondo State government. And they have been arrested. And the leader of the gang is the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State. We have it on the authority of the Nigerian police that a headsman was arrested with a military rifle in Plateau State. I have the number of the rifle. I can send it to you by SMS. I just need to check my records. I have the rifle number. We have it on the authority of retired Colonel Nyam that the Fulani headsmen repelled in Okocha were using Nigerian army rifles from the barracks in that vicinity, and that the soldiers came to collect the rifles back. Now, who is the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces? Who should be responsible for the activities of these armed forces? We have it on the authority of General Danjuma. Danjuma has commanded these forces. We have it on the authority of General Danjuma that the armed forces are conniving with the bandits that are killing citizens. How much more evidence do you want? How much more evidence? We have hard physical evidence. We have testimonies from relevant authorities. How much more evidence do you want to know that the ruling party in Nigeria, the APC, is the sponsor of insecurity and terrorism? How much more evidence? I don't need any more evidence. I am 1000% convinced. And nobody has contrary evidence. The APC, the ruling party in Nigeria, is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria.
That is damning. For the fact that the Nigerian government sponsored terrorism has finally been institutionalized under this Buhari's regime.
I forgot one point. The trial in Dubai. The trial in Dubai, where some Nigerians were convicted for terrorism financing in Nigeria. The published report said that they were traced to people high up in government. So how much more evidence do we need? All the evidence is out there.
All right. I want to say something about this. I know most of you must have seen this video. It's not a new video. But why I am bringing out all these videos is because, so many people don't understand what is still going on in Nigeria. And why someone like Nnamdi Kanu is going to take a very strong battle for him to be released. Yeah, a very strong battle, I said. When I mean a very strong battle, both media, political battle, and cultural and traditional battles. And that is why I'm calling up, all these traditional rulers. You people don't know what all this ESN Nnamdi Kanu save you people from. How do you understand the level of killings in the northern Nigeria, in the Middle Belt, killing the police, the army, and so on and so forth, just massacring the people? And this is the same thing that they want you people to be experiencing in the southeast. And, a lot of people just don't understand what is going on in Nigeria any longer. I'm going to tell you this for free. Nnamdi Kanu knows what he's doing. You know why I will continue to support the man? Apart from he has not been found guilty, all the whole charges leveled against him are just like water. Because even the federal government, the attorney general, then they do not understand what law even means. Kidnapping someone from Nigeria, sending soldier to go and kill someone who will be going to court. They are unable to differentiate the three ties of government. There is difference between the judiciary and the executive. So the only thing they have to do now is to be using executive power to hold Nnamdi Kanu to make sure that he is not going to come out there. Now they are denying his lawyers access to him. They are denying his lawyer access to him. And they are now telling his lawyers that you can't see Nnamdi Kanu again. I think Free Nnamdi Kanu should be trending on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere. Free Nnamdi Kanu. It should be trending. What is that? What is it that we have not seen on earth? What is it that we have not seen? And I was trying to write Professor Chukwuma, who came to Arise Newsday before yesterday. I was supposed to tell him, if he responded, that you are an elder statesman. You are not like us. So, not that we are afraid, but there are some things that we might not say, because if we say it, some people will hear and they will swallow it. They will not take it more serious. But the caliber of that man, I think he should be able, let this thing come out from his mouth, not from our mouth. Let the names of people who are not being the federal government, according to what he said before yesterday at Arise News, that Nnamdi Kanu told him the names of people that are not being, to make sure he will not be released. And I was expecting him to mention, because if, for example, now somebody like me mention it, people will swallow it, people won't take it serious. You understand? So these are the issues. If they succeeded in taking down this opposition from the southeast, both the insecurity you are talking about that you have not seen will come. A lot of things will come. they will take over your land. This is nothing but a normal thing. There is nothing normal about what is going on in Nigeria. So everyone should buckle up. Let me know what you think about this. If you really want to join this broadcast, to share your opinion with me, our links are open there in the comment section. You can join us through the StreamYard there and talk to us. Tell us what you think about all these situations. And also, I want you to give us a call to tell us what you think. There is a number there pinned on the comment section as well, or this WhatsApp number on the screen. You can use it to tell us what you think. What is really going on in Nigeria? Why is it that they are suffering people who shouldn't suffer for anything? Why is it that they are just dying for nothing? People who are fighting for the right cause, they are suffering. Anyway, stay with me. We have a lot to discuss. Don't forget that you can give us a call or join us live here. All right, we have a guest here. Please, I would like you, as you are joining, make sure we are seeing you, unless you have a very strong security reasons why you will not join us. We are going to understand if you have a security reason. Dr. Isaac is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please let us know why we can't see you.
It's for security purpose, please.
Okay, for security purpose, I think it's understandable. We understand that if it is for security purpose. Anyway, can you tell us where you are joining us from? It's not necessary. You might decide to tell us. You can say you won't tell us. For your security reasons, we always understand.
All right. Well, I'm in Ebonyi State. Actually, I'm from Ebonyi State.
All right. All right. Thanks for joining us. All right. You've seen, I believe you must have joined us before now, and you've seen the latest news when Michael Opara, one of the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, Maxwell, one of the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, yesterday he was telling us that the DSS said that they should not come for Nnamdi Kanu again, that they can't see him again. And that is after they have denied Ando Ijemako access. They have denied he himself self-access for several times, and look at what they are saying. And I was saying that people from the Southeast should take this serious. Nigerians should take this serious, because when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, this is what we were told, that it was after 7 days, people were aware that he was kidnapped. So, and according to the Maxwell, Opara said he don't even know whether Nnamdi Kanu is alive or not. What is your take on this?
All right, thank you so much. First of all, there's something I need to, because I've been following your program all this while. I decided to join you because of these issues concerning Nnamdi Kanu.
All right.
And what I want to say is that the problem we have inside is our leader.
Okay.
Again, is that among our folks, especially in East, if you measure East, they thought that it's only Igbos, especially 5 regions. Had it been that from Delta states down to River states, if those guys can buckle up, come out, at least in a week, block a special, what is it called? This what is the Anambra?
Okay.
I actually know that something must surely come out. When we block that place, they will release that man. I get it.
Okay.
Because all this why they have been keeping the man they are just playing.
Okay. So what you are saying is that, like, in form of protest, right?
Yes, let's block in short, let's block that place totally. Until the day they release the man, that's the day we are going to open the place. Even though you are from River State, you are as far as you are from East, let's come out together as one voice, please. Let us not leave. This man was fighting for a whole Southeast, not only Igbo states, not only 5 states. Please, let's come out together in number. If at all, I can actually drop my number. I am ready to learn my life because of this man. Are you getting me? To make sure that whatever it takes, I am ready to carry the cross along. Please, let us do something about this case. Let's do something about this case.
Then let me ask you some question. First of all, do you have any doubt that Nnamdi Kanu is not in DSS custody, in your own opinion?
This is Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is there.
Okay.
But one thing
now, second question I want to ask you, because I'm just getting people's opinion, what people think about, these shenanigans that is going on. You've heard about this Professor Chukuma, one of the professor in Veritas University Abuja there. He came to Arise News the day before yesterday, 2 days ago. So he was talking about the detention of Nnamdi Kanu in that interview he granted with the PETA side. Now, he told the anchor of the Arise News that Nnamdi Kanu told him, Nnamdi Kanu told him the names of Southeast politicians who are making sure that he will not be released, who are lobbying for the continuous detention of himself, Nnamdi Kanu. So, he said he can't mention those names because he have not verified it. These names are not difficult to mention because a lot of people still have the same information like Nnamdi Kanu told him directly. What do you think should be done about these things?
My brother, see, this, in short, you don't know how I feel within my mind. The way my heart is boiling concerning this case. In short, like measuring those.
I can't hear you again. Are you still here?
We mention their names.
Okay.
What is going to happen? There's no response. There's nothing as in, hey, oh God, I didn't see anything. I didn't see any reasonable measuring name or not measuring name. Are you getting me?
Okay.
And what we're supposed to do now is that, for my own opinion, let's march in one voice.
Okay.
Let them release this man for us. Please. Let's march in one voice. It's just like what you says concern when you start your program concern about politicians to be a slave. Yes, they are slave already.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me now that when, for instance, now, and not from maybe one of the politicians from North, let me say, councillor from North now, and send one of those politicians to go and kill, let me say, send one of governors to do something. Do you know that the governors are going to do that?
Yeah.
So that they are slaves. They don't know their rights. Please, let's do something. Sometimes I see some people comment about.
You see, this all these things I was telling you people before. I am serious about it. Nnamdi Kanu, despite he was angry with people who were opposing his agitation, that the Nigeria system is not favoring us, and people are still sending, their political atmosphere to other people, impoverishing people, making sure infrastructure will not be in the service, and so on and so forth. But if Nnamdi Kanu is not in detention, a lot of things that is going on with so many people in the Southeast will not be going on. You see, they don't respect so many politicians from the Southeast again, and so on and so forth. Now, from the beginning, when I started following Nnamdi Kanu, that is far, far, far long down 2019, 2009, 2010, Nnamdi Kanu do join campaign of let's make Nigeria better. Let's join one Nigeria and let's make sure and let's make Nigeria one in unity. Nnamdi Kanu used to join their protest, you know. Realize one thing that
and now we switch gears to security.
All right,
matters.
sorry for that
interruption.
interruption.
Alleging security payments to bandit leaders by the Zamfara state government has continued to generate reactions. The letter, which is widely being circulated via several social media platforms, claims the Zamfara state government has earmarked millions to be paid to several bandit leaders as part of an approach to addressing the escalating insecurity situation in the state. And now to discuss this, we're joined by security expert Catch Ononuju. Catch, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us. First of all, let's just take it a bit back and help us give a bit of historical context of banditry and government responses in Zamfara State. How credible is the allegation of payments to bandit leaders? Are there any previous instances or patterns that support or contradict this claim?
Right now that everybody's complaining about is not a new problem. I want to tell the world that I believe the Nigerian government has failed in its quest to actually look after the local people. This is not a new problem. This problem has been here for a very long time. President Buhari has tried about 7 different schemes to try and actually gain land to resettle this displaced refugees who came in from Mali, Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and other countries. But he did not get...
All right, welcome back, Dr. Isaac. Sorry for that interruption. I noticed people were not hearing me again. I don't really know what was wrong. So what I was saying before is that that the issue of this detention of Nnamdi Kanu is something that everybody have to speak up. Right from the beginning, Nnamdi Kanu was even campaigning for one Nigeria. As time goes on, good citizens, no matter whom you are and where you come from, you cannot tolerate seeing your government sponsoring insecurity against her citizens. That is one of the problems. You cannot tolerate all those things unless you are not patriotic, unless you are not a good person of sound mind, unless you are not a good person who is genuinely believing in righteousness or good thing. If you believe in good thing, you cannot fold your hands seeing your own government, people that thinks that they are your leaders, they are sponsoring insecurity against your people are dying and you will fold your hand. No reasonable somebody will do that. And when you begin to figure out why are they sponsoring insecurity, why are they sponsoring Boko Haram, why are they sponsoring bandits, you will come to realize that the reason why these people are doing this is because of this. And when you see that the purpose why they are doing it is against your people, you won't fold your hand down rather than to ask for your people to separate from them. Because they said, if one hand touches an oil, it will rub all of them, unless you cut off the one that you don't want it to be rubbed. And that is just the arithmetic of all this agitation in Nigeria, that Nigeria is doomed. Nigeria is doomed. When you look at the whole situation, I was looking at the representative of the IMF, is it IMF or World Bank, in that conference they had last week, when he was saying Nigeria have to suffer for 15 years before the economy will begin to revive little by little. I see, so this situation Nigeria is facing, it will go bad for 15 years, meaning we are finished. We are totally finished. People are no longer reasoning the way we are reasoning. Before now, I was bringing so many evidence to convince people that, look at, It's not all about agitation. Even the politicians they should wisen up. They should just wake up to understand what is going on. Then what is going on? The question is this. And the answer to that question of what is going on is that the government is sponsoring insecurity because maybe primarily they want Nigeria to become one religion. Now, in my last broadcast, I was telling people the purpose of Boko Haram. Boko Haram simply means Western education is a sin or Western education is a crime, something like that. They don't believe in this kind of education we believe. And Sharia law and so on and so forth. They push to introduce all those things. Then that wasn't the problem. But why is it that someone like Kanimodu Sheriff, who handed over to Kashin Shettima, imported Boko Haram, sponsored them with taxpayers' money, buy them gun, appoint them commissioner of religious affairs, and no one seems to be talking anything. Fandana spoke. Fandana challenged the man. Fandana did everything that he could. But at the end, nobody even listened to him because the powers that be are the ones sponsoring them. Anyway, Brother Isaac, before you give us audience again, let us receive a call from people calling on WhatsApp. Don't forget that you can call us on WhatsApp, not on normal call, because if you call on normal call, you are just going to, make the network weaken. So let us have our first contact.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Okocha. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, man.
Yeah, it's morning on my side. Anyway, thank you for this topic. Thank you for continuing, not to give up. Do you know, let me say this very quickly. Do you know that Asari Dokubo was even at some point, I try to, I'm digging everyone that is alive in Nigeria or have interest in Nigeria, or for those of us that are, by the way, I am a Madam Origin and I'm calling from the United States. I am one person that is awake and have tried to search and see what is going on in Nigeria. I won't tell you that I have traveled across the world, but the things I am seeing is very concerning. And I think because a whole lot of people are not really, especially after the war, many people are just trying to, see how they can forget about the war, not knowing that the war never ended. It was a deceit that the war ended. If you want to know if the war ended, you go back and check, go to the southeast and see how the police and the army are at, like a kilometer is a lot.
All right. You were saying something about Asari Dokubo.
Yes, Asari Dokubo was, at the time when he started, in fact, if you go and check his old post, you will love Asari Dokubo. He was out. He said he's not a Nigerian. Oh. He said he's Biafra.
Yeah, he says so.
The Ijos are even more Biafra than the Igbos, which, like I keep telling all of them, that I have this little sketch I made for myself that I tried to make a sense out of what a lot of Nigerians are going through. Some of them, because we are at different levels of this evil going on,
All right. I don't really know what is going on with my connection. I'm just, losing connections here and there. I don't really know what is going on. Anyone that has idea with what is going on. But anyway, the last caller that called, she was talking about a lot of people who have been, okay, let me get back to that call. Hello, Madam Origin. Hello? Oh. I don't really know what is wrong with my connection. Anyway, what she was saying was about Asari Dokubo. Yes, I have the video, and Time with that number have said that a lot of people who agitated for Biafra and so on and so forth, at the end, maybe they were lobbied and so on and so forth. But they have a purpose why they were agitating. That is the main point. They have a purpose why they were agitating. Like someone like Asari Dokubon, like what this scholar, was saying. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I don't really know. Network is bad. I don't know. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. I don't know. The network is not just stable. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah. So let me call today to chip on my own opinion.
All right. You have the mic. Kindly tell us what you think about the present conversation.
The one thing is what I see there is that you see Igbo as Southeast politicians, as governors, and the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that put them there, even though they have come out to say this Nnamdi Kanu, even though APC government decided not to, they can't do anything because they are the one that put them there. They're just like a slave. So I think for issue of releasing Nnamdi Kanu, if it is possible, like someone said in Port Harcourt here, they can do that as they used to do it in Southeast, like Enugu, Imo.
What are they doing?
They are sitting at home as a protest, a very big protest to block everywhere until they reach that Nnamdi Kanu. That's the only way that.
And they said their fear. They said their fear is that when they release him, a lot of people will pay allegiance to him. People love him. He has a lot of crowd, and it will disrupt a lot of political activities in the South. That is their fear? What do you have to say about that?
No, that shouldn't be their fear.
Okay.
The man is a peaceful man, and everybody knows him. But when he says something, everybody obeys.
All right.
So we can only have joy of releasing him, but not to destroy things.
Okay. Okay.
You get me?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can only have joy for his release, not of destroying things.
Okay.
So that should have been the case that if he's released, and people will start destroying things.
All right.
It's not like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much about that. All right. We haven't called before. This call came in from Madam Origin, so let's get her into the call. Hello, Madam Origin. Hello, ma'am. Yeah, sorry for. I think the disorder is from my end, and I don't really know what happened. I can't even explain what is going on. Anyway, you were saying something about Asari Dokubo, and I say, yes, actually, I have the video. I think when you end your call with your explanation, I have to show the viewers the video you are talking about for them to understand what you are saying. So go on, ma'am.
Yes, and after a while, because I keep saying it here, it will take a man, a woman, that have refused. That person must be born incorruptible.
Okay.
And then you come you're born into Nigeria incorruptible, and then you refuse to be corrupted. These are the only people that can save the people inside Nigeria. Because what has behooved that country, those people inside Nigeria, is beyond their imagination.
Okay.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go so that people don't get confused.
All right.
Now, Asari Dokubo, if you listen, that man, it's like when they asked him to go and rope in Nnamdi Kanu, he thought he was going to do like he did, because they are ready to offer you half of the world. Remember, they offered Nnamdi Kanu, they offered him even vice presidency. They said they were going to give him oil wells. They say they will give him anything. These people can buy anything. The only thing they can't buy is God. Anything else on this planet they can buy. And a few incorruptibles. And that is why Nigeria is the way it is. That country has been decimated. They have been able to look. You're talking about Southeast governors, and even if you're talking about Southeast governors and Southeast House of Reps and all of those, the senators, what are you going to say about the whole Nigeria governors and Nigeria senators? People that have the heart to receive up to, even if it is, let me be stingy, because they are all lying. They are liars. Taking 23 million naira a month. But as I'm saying, let me tell you, their base salary is 2-point-something million now. I have a list of what all the things that they, some of those things, like 300% of 2 million naira. What will it come up to? So by the time you bring that their list and multiply by the percentage that they award, some of them are up to, they are receiving up to 50 million a month. Are these people normal? I tell people that this you must be insane. You must be a megalomaniac. You must be kleptomaniac. You must be, you will have sold your soul to take any position in that country called Nigeria. You will have sold it up. So when they get there, don't think you're looking at human beings. And the Southeast legislatures are not anything less. So they don't come and be sanctimonious and begin to tell us, what are they telling us? All of them politicians. They are all guilty. They have sold their soul. Now let me get back to Southeast. You said the man should make mention. It's open. When you look at the activities, Maxwell Nnamdi Kanu, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Maxwell Nnamdi Kanu is not from Imo State. But the whole horror, the center of horror in Southeast is in Imo State.
I think it's because of the leadership in Imo State. Because
use your tongue and count your teeth.
Yeah. Even where Nnamdi Kanu came from, Abia State, with the leadership of Alex Oti, things are not going to go in that way.
He was able to control and have the people.
Because leadership,
you don't have your heart.
Yeah, because leadership is all about the people. Your ability to control the people, know what they want, ability to manage people, that is leadership. So Hopus Odemba, he was not voted by the people. You remember how Supreme Court imposed him on people of Imo State and so on and so forth. Even time with that number, Hopus Odemba said what is causing problem in Imo State is a politics of bitterness. I say, why wouldn't there be bitterness when Supreme Court took you from 4 to number 1? So that is a part, and that is why I advocate for, people that will be in leadership that will understand the people, especially people from the Southeast. I know a lot of people who are supposed to be in the position of leadership. I was talking to someone yesterday, I was remembering him that, is it not May 30th, where they remember people who died during the Nigerian Biafra war? That time, a lot of governors said, no, they should not celebrate it. But Nnamdi said, people have right to celebrate their beloved ones who died. It is our culture. It is the way of the people. After all, we are talking about 3 million above people that they shouldn't celebrate it. And that's what he said, people who want to celebrate should celebrate. Then people are going to write Wayek that day, they should go and write. So he don't have problem. He understands people and he know how to approach people. And that is how leadership is supposed to be.
Okay, let me come in there. I take exception with Alex Oti because he was elected by, and you know how that worked. It was by fire,
by force.
Then to me, it was like they didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
they didn't see it coming.
Mom, you have 1 minute left too, so you have to summarize what you are saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the Olani Peko, I don't care how sanctimonious that Pitamba. Now he's making his face like a baby face. I don't care. So long as he's installed by Olani Peko and what is his name? The Imo State bomber is installed by whoever. Okerekuru, I don't know her name. Let her answer whatever she wants. And all the cabals. They should fight. They should tell us what is going on in Imo State. And I conclude with this. You see, the man that spoke, one of the clips, he said that, he said, and it's clear, Nigeria government is a direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity. Asari Dokubo said he worked hand in glove. He is an army of his own, owned by the government. And Asari Dokubo has made it clear that he is assigned to Imo State and Southeast. The question I'm asking federal government, what is Asari Dokubo doing in Southeast? What assignments did you give to Asari Dokubo in Southeast? By the time they answer that question, and then we will know, because Nnamdi Kanu they are keeping is because of the mayhem and all the instability, insecurity that they are creating.
It's all right, man.
And that is the only thing. I rest it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Origin from America. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. All right, Chiem, you have to unmute yourself with Dr. Isaac. Stay with me. All right, good morning, my brothers. Thanks for joining. Chiem, tell us where you are joining from.
Hello, my brother Okocha. Good afternoon from Holland.
All right. How is Holland?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just at work.
All right. How is the work going? I hope you joining us will not disturb your work.
No. I'm just having my half-hour break.
Okay. Before the breaks end, I think you have to just go fast into your own point of view regarding the topic we are treating today.
Yes, I've heard it that they cannot see Marcel Nnamdi Kanu again, and that was the order that Nigeria government issued to one of our lawyers, Maxwell, right?
Yeah.
So you know that Nigeria is number one. Nigeria is a lawless country, and whatever they do, they believe that nobody is interested in the affairs of Nigeria. You understand? So
Okay.
Nigeria is being ruled by people that believe that the way they put things, that is the way it has to be. That nobody should protest, that nobody should go against their own will. And these are one foundational problem. Because from the onset, when the power was given to some particular people, now they see Nigeria is their own, and you know that the value system we have with these people are not the same. So that is where the problem lies. So if we want to get Mazen Nnamdi Kanu free, a man that has suffered a lot for us, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has choose the freedom of his people over his own interest. And it is just a calling, because if not that he has that call, I don't think he can endure what he's enduring today. Because his people has really disappointed him. Because looking at the structure he laid before they kidnapped him. This is something that should be able to protect whatever that is happening today. But the structures are no more there, because the people that did this to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they first of all penetrated the structure. So when they penetrated the structure, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu laid down, and then they went for him.
Okay.
And so that is for me. I think the only way is what we are doing now, but we have to intensify it. By shutting down every institutional whatever in our area. Shut it down,
What do you
because
mean? What do you mean by shutting down?
it's by sitting at home with all the government houses, all the institutional offices that the federal government operates in our area. We have to do everything possible to save the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If we don't do it, we are going to suffer it in time to come. Even the land of Biafra, the land of Igbo land, will be against us forever. How can somebody give his life for us? Do you know what this man has gone through? They have gone to his house to kill him. He survived because God has already given him that message to go and liberate his people. But he must liberate people that can also follow him. You understand what I'm saying? Our
Yeah.
people are if I tell you that I am very, very sad for what I'm seeing today. Even within us, we are still fighting today now. There are still fights going on within us now. So how can we be free? So my brother, we have to know that Nigerian government, they are terrorists. They went very far to go and kidnap somebody. Are you hearing
All right.
Kenya government talking about? Are you hearing Kenya talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Are you hearing every other government now talking about it? It's we the people that must do it. And when you finish, because I have a question for you, because there's something I'm not hearing you talking about. But I would like to ask you a question about that later.
Okay, no problem. You can write me on WhatsApp about that, okay? We'll discuss that extensively.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, my brother Chem. I think you'll be going back to work very soon. I really understand what you said, that Nnamdi Kanu is not just self-centered fighting for himself. I expatiated that when I said that the insecurity challenges going on in Nigeria, that there is no one that will fold his or her hand, seeing the people you call government officials sponsoring insecurity against you or against their people, and you fold your hand. And if you do that, meaning you are not for the people, you are an evil yourself. So that is the situation right there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okocha, 1 minute. There's something we are talking about our leaders, our governors, and all these things. But you know that Nigerian government have shaped the country that all their citizens are not expecting anything from them. Are you getting me now? You know, in the Western world, there are things the government do for you. You
Of
understand?
course.
So there are
Of
things
course.
that when government doesn't do it, it will be difficult for you to survive. You understand? But in that Africa, in that Nigeria, the government is not doing anything for the people. So they have been able to manipulate the minds of the people that the people are no more getting up to fight them. Are you getting me now? Because here,
Yeah, I'm
if
getting it.
the subsidy you are giving people in the Western world, if you don't give it to them, they can't pay their rent. They cannot, there are some things they cannot, so they will stand up against you. But you see, in that country,
You are
nothing works.
right.
How can people be paying for fuel, 1 liter of fuel, 1,000 naira, and the people are comfortable going to work, going to everything? They can't
Compared
shut
to
down the country.
the minimum wage.
Exactly. So that is what I'm saying. So before I end it, please look into the Biafra government in Ezra and do a program. I want to know your stand in that area because they are the only one now we have. It doesn't matter how you see it. They are the only two people we have. If anybody that Nigeria is fighting, anybody you see Nigerian government fighting, my brother, that is where the savior is. Simon Ekpa is doing very, very well. That is why I want to leave you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. Anyway, I have my I have my own personal reasons why I remain the way I am, because the most important thing that is troubling me is because the Nigerian government are sponsoring insecurity, and I have the proof. When I mean the Nigerian government, I'm talking of APC federal government, and I have the proof. So that is the main, contention. And people are asking, why is it that the government is sponsoring, insecurity against our people? There is no one that does that. And that is why when you see people agitating that they want to leave the country, they are right. They are right. And it will take a lot of dialogue. It will take a lot of, so many things to make sure that these people will, they should come to a round table and talk about it. Because for me, as I said before, when Nnamdi Kanu started, Nnamdi Kanu was not even talking about a separatist country. He was talking about restructuring. Remember that the same restructuring is what Ojukwu and Gowon signed at Aburi, a town in Ghana. Why did Gowon fail to implement the Aburi Accord? People should ask questions. People are not asking questions. So that is the issue over there. Our brother, Dr. Isaac, if you are there, you can unmute yourself.
All right. Bro Okocha, I just want to ask you a question. What do you want us to do now at this moment, at this critical time?
First of all, you see, the first thing I'm going to say is that, and what I'm going to say is a question. Why is it that the foreign medias, the foreign journalists who don't belong to Nigeria, from India, from Italy, so many parts of the world, are reporting the insecurity going on in Nigeria, the bad things going on in the Southeast more than you and other Nigerian journalists? That is the first thing. And that is why, because you ask, what are we going to do? What we are going to do is that, number one, we are not even saying what is going on. That is the number one weakness. So many things that is going on in the Southeast is not on media. So many things that is going on in Middle Belt is not on media. In the North is not on media. Like today now, yesterday, DSS disobeyed the court order. They said they won't see Nnamdi Kanu again, contrary to the court judgment. How many people know about it? How many people know about it? Who is talking about it? See, sometimes I see people, people who talk with their mouth, but what is in their mind is different. Because I think we're supposed to wake up and see free Nnamdi Kanu trending. We're supposed to wake up and see stop sponsoring terrorists, Nigerian government trending. When all these things are trending, it will put pressure on them, because there is nothing people inside Nigeria will do that will shake them enough. But people outside the country who are seeing them, who are doing, like the other time now, I got the news that Nigeria, they were rejected not to join the United Nations Human Rights Council, something like that, because of all those things. These are the things we're supposed to be pushing, combined with other things we are doing right now.
My brother, there's something. Let me just put my own submission here because I need to enter theater. I have a work to do this afternoon.
All right.
My own opinion in this matter. One is that our leaders is under siege.
Okay, our leaders are under siege.
I'm telling you the reality.
Okay.
They are waiting for our own. Are you getting me? They are waiting for us to do something. Despite
are you serious?
I'm telling you the fact. Despite that you see a war is equal, Soludo begin to threat about a lockdown or no lockdown. Those things as message, they have already sent him a message to do. They are under siege. Had it been we can just join hands together, rise up, seriously, all these things will end. The way I feel, okay, look at what is it called? Ojukwu's wife, Bianca. They have been appointed as a what is it called? Those things can't you see something is going on? They just want to use those. In short, seriously, I am annoying. All these things are just annoying me. Let's rise up. If at all, we share it as far as it's concerned. We share it state by state. Let's hit on the road, even including those Easterners that are outside, like in Lagos, the Hausa land. Let them close their shop in a week. You will see something will happen. All these things, they are just a kind of, and in short, and again, my own is that, first of all, we need to contact those lawyers and hear from them, because there must be they must have something to tell us what to do.
Okay.
Let's do something. Let us not just wait. Maybe, for my own opinion now, is that if we can come together, say yes, not even maybe after November. No. Even for me now, I might even said, even though it's coming week, let's do something about this. Sometimes maybe some people will be afraid of killing. Maybe they will send the military to come and yes, we are all going to die. We are all going to die. Or to
apart from what you said, apart from what you said now,
yes.
You see, there are some exceptions. Like I was telling people how an SOT is managing Abia State.
Yes.
Normally, if you are a leader in your country, there is agitation. You must be able to manage it.
Exactly.
Kenneth Okocha said something. He said that it is because of Gowon's incompetence that caused the war.
Yes.
Because he was unable to manage what was going on. Even when they went to Aburi to sign accord, he was unable because of the fear of Britain to implement the agreement he agreed and signed. So most of the things going on in the Southeast is because of incompetence of so many leaders like Ozodema. I know that if I talk now, people from Anambra who are Soludo fans will come after me. But I was telling them that, come on, if Nigeria continue like this, maybe, I think next year they are having an election in Anambra State, right?
Yes.
Anyhow, whether the people show interest to vote or people did not show interest to vote, someone like Soludo should not go back to that government house. You understand? I asked India Anambra question, time with that number. What happened to somebody like that former PDP candidate, Valentine Ozigbo, who is now in Labour Party, that beautiful soul? You know, sometimes I know people don't trust politicians, but let me tell you, if someone like Andesoti are the people in the whole 5 eastern states, all these killings might not be going on. I know why I'm saying this, because the ability to manage people, the ability to initiate conflict resolution is one of the problems in the Southeast. Why do you send soldiers to kill your own people? Why do you prescribe IPOB that they were not even carrying gun and anything? The Southeast governors, they were the one that prescribed IPOB then. You understand? So if all these people, if we have people who understand conflict resolution and ability to manage people, you saw this crisis you are seeing, I don't call them crises because they are minor to what is happening in other regions. If someone like Anexoti, we have 5 of them like that Valentine's ago in Anambra State, you will see that this thing will reduce. People who are agitating are agitating. You can't stop them. It is their right to agitate. The earlier the politicians accept this reality, the better that it is people's fundamental human right for self-determination. You must accept that. There is no two ways about it. People have the right to say no, this. People have the right to say this. As far as they belong to the society, they must exercise their right. And you must understand that this is their right. You must understand that if someone says, I want to move out of Nigeria, I need Biafra, it is their right. If you like from this generation to next generation, do what you want to do. The idea remains. But your ability to manage them, talk to them, don't use kinetic, don't use force, don't use gun, because they will still carry gun. You will scatter everything. They will say insecurity. Why do you shoot gun to people who were knowing whistle? Why do you send soldiers to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu when he escaped and they say he jumped bail? The people should ask questions and understand. For me, I think Nigerian politicians don't understand conflict resolution, and they should be able to manage their people. Let me give you an example now, because you ask me a question like, what are you going to do, or what is the solution? If I am a governor in the southeastern Nigeria, number one, you see this sit at home. The purpose why they say they are sitting at home is the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. And there is no politician in the southeast that don't know that court acquitted Nnamdi Kanu and discharged him. No politician that don't know that Nnamdi Kanu has never been found guilty after 10 years. What is your push? I got information that southeast politicians, especially the senators, the House of Reps, the governors who went to meet Tinubu, that the only option they were presenting that Nnamdi Kanu should drop Biafra agitation, of which even though Nnamdi Kanu drop it, other people will not drop it. Is that conflict resolution being applied? No. So I think, conflict resolution should be applied in this. So thank you, Dr. Isaac. I think we have exhausted your time in, talking, but it's okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I think this contact that is there, is it, I can reach you at any time. This your contact. Can I use it? Okay.
WhatsApp call this, sir.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Before we go to Chuks Everton, I think we should return to people who are calling from WhatsApp. Let it not be that we from here. So then all right. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
Thank you very much, my brother. Okocha. My name is Charlie S. I'm calling from Dallas.
Okay. How is Dallas, sir?
Oh, it's cool. Today is cool. This is morning. Yeah.
All right. Talk to us. I think it's better you off your YouTube at the end there so that we can hear you well, because we are still hearing the sound of the program over there.
Yeah, I've noted it.
All right, sir. Talk to us.
Okay. A lot of issues. I just joined, and I can see the headline that Nnamdi Kanu cannot be seen by DSS. And part of the problem, just like I've just had you spoke with the doctor last, is managing the people, just like you rightly said.
Yeah.
And our media is part of the problem, and that is why we must encourage what some of you guys are doing, trying to expose certain things that are happening in the system, because the government media, they know the truth. It didn't start today. It started long ago, even during the war time and all that. So they confiscated and hid informations.
Okay.
People don't, but thank God for now, we are more enlightened and the information is more wider than it used to be. So I think we have to encourage, you guys that are doing a lot. So, but the government media handling information, they are under the media themselves are under the government. They are not prepared. They can never be prepared to say anything concerning Biafra. Do well. You can see some of them are still saying Nnamdi Kanu jump, Nnamdi Kanu the criminal, which they know the truth.
You understand?
They know the truth. Unless, as you guys are coming out to say it, to say the truth, if we depend on government media, they will never say the truth. They didn't know Nnamdi Kanu just jump there.
Even when Supreme Court said he did not jump bail, that the federal government erred by sending soldiers to his house a day before he was to appear in court. It was stated, I read the Supreme Court judgment, and it was stated correctly there. And what we are saying is that Bintan Yako is not saying that he jumped bail. Now, the question Nnamdi Kanu was trying to ask, is Supreme Court not greater than Federal High Court? Why is it that you choose not to obey the Supreme Court? That you can't, this case won't go on. So that is the genesis of all these things.
That is the truth. And another question is what Nnamdi Kanu has also said. I thank God for him. I think he's one of the greatest prophets that has emerged. Now, everything he said has come to pass. And he said, why is it that media, they have not gone to go and to ask him one question? You went to a body meeting and you had a discussion, and this man is still alive. What go back from what you agreed with? And no, the government media has not gone to ask any question.
They are afraid.
Some of us who saw the war as kids, we know what we passed through. So all the painful that at this point in time we are still talking about the same thing, and yet some of our leaders are suppressing it. That is why even if you put gun on Nnamdi Kanu, he will never go back. And if he go back, this ideology is a spirit. Did you know about Simon Ekpa before? There are so many Simon Ekpas, and maybe you too even have the spirit of Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu inside you until it erupts. So even if they put gun on his neck, and it's okay, he will not go back. Even if he goes back, another person will rise up. Until the truth is said, until the truth is maintained. Nigerian media, they have not gone to go on. Why did you go back? And what do you need to do to solve this problem? What do you need to do? Because more activists are coming out. Has Nigeria been saved? My brother, has Nigeria been saved? Nigeria actually is saved. They are talking about unity. You are talking about unity. Are we now united before Gowon and Obasanjo? Are we more united or more divided?
Every day we are getting divided and divided and divided.
So that is the issue.
All right.
We must stand strong. Continue to push, continue to expose the good things, say it the way it is. The media controlled by the government, we know who owns the media, is the Westerners, the Yoruba media. They will never tell you. You can see some of them come out on TV and to say that Nnamdi Kanu
That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, that is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu coup, so-called Nzogwu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogwu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1960-1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent, Wales, the same thing, everybody is free, but Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did you say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said, no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with their wrath.
And he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onovo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with Miyetti Allah, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, you asked me for facts. We have it on the authority of the Ondo State government that the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State led the criminal suspect gang that killed Parafashoranti's daughter. That is on the authority of the Ondo State government. And they have been arrested. And the leader of the gang is the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State. We have it on the authority of the Nigerian police that a headsman was arrested with a military rifle in Plateau State. I have the number of the rifle. I can send it to you by SMS. I just need to check my records. I have the rifle number. We have it on the authority of retired Colonel Nyam that the Fulani headsmen repelled in Okocha were using Nigerian army rifles from the barracks in that vicinity, and that the soldiers came to collect the rifles back. Now, who is the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces? Who should be responsible for the activities of these armed forces? We have it on the authority of General Danjuma. Danjuma has commanded these forces. We have it on the authority of General Danjuma that the armed forces are conniving with the bandits that are killing citizens. How much more evidence do you want? How much more evidence? We have hard physical evidence. We have testimonies from relevant authorities. How much more evidence do you want to know that the ruling party in Nigeria, the APC, is the sponsor of insecurity and terrorism? How much more evidence? I don't need any more evidence. I am 1000% convinced. And nobody has contrary evidence. The APC, the ruling party in Nigeria, is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria.
That is damning. For the fact that the Nigerian government sponsored terrorism has finally been institutionalized under this Buhari's regime.
I forgot one point. The trial in Dubai. The trial in Dubai, where some Nigerians were convicted for terrorism financing in Nigeria. The published report said that they were traced to people high up in government. So how much more evidence do we need? All the evidence is out there. And he has confessed.